I'm going to show how triggers can be used to change the way a bar works. Now the first thing you'll see when you first turn on triggers is that you have you have all the different runes listed out, and then you have all runes, and you have region. And region is the border that surrounds the boxes. So the first thing I'll do is create a trigger for the first box. So let's say you want to make the first box change its border. And then we go to value, and we say if it's greater, say we say instead of greater than 0, just say equals 1. Now I'm in test mode here. This just makes it easier to demonstrate the bar, and I don't have to be on a paladin to do the demonstration. Now let's say you want to do something that affects all the boxes. So what you do is you go to utility, you just click copy, take our current trigger, and then copy it to all runes. And you just click paste, and then they all lit up because the value is equal to 1. So now what it's saying is that when the value equals 1, turn on all the runes. Or, yeah, that's basically what it means. Let's say you wanted to make these borders a different color. So the easiest way to do that is just to copy the current trigger, and then you can paste it below the current one. Go back to type, change this to color. Now you can also make color work off of class color, power color, combat color, and tagged color. And any trigger that uses color, doesn't matter if it's a border, background, anything, it can use these different types. So go class color, target myself, then you would click in, put in target, and then it turns to the class color. We can also do the same thing with the region. So let's just take the current trigger, copy, and then click region, click paste, and now it's here. Now we can take the class color trigger, copy that one over too, and let's just delete these ones. Now, whenever the first box is equal to 1, it'll change this. Under all runes, I forgot to mention that you also have active. This means that whenever a rune is active, apply the trigger to the box. So in this case, we make the bar color white, changes to some other color. And you see as the colors change. And there's one other thing, auras. You click auras, then under value, you can basically put in any, you can either put in the spell ID or part of the name of the aura. Now the easiest way to pick out an aura that you want to use is make sure that this is always on. If this is on, then the game, the mod is always keeping records of every aura that your character sees when it's on player, or all just means all units. I could put an additional unit here, and that means that whenever it sees you click on a target and it has, you know, buffs and debuffs on it, it will keep a record of it here. So that way, see, I have commanding show, just click it off, and then I type it in here, then it appears right here. It's the first one. It also shows you the spell ID, so you're sure that it's yours. But when it's highlighted in white, that means that it was an aura on yourself, or it could have been on another target. Just click that. Now it's here. And when the aura goes on, you'll see the box turns a different color. And the last thing is utility. Utility allows you to swap, move, copy, and delete. Now, swap may not always work on every single trigger because the triggers have to be compatible between the different tabs. And the same thing with move, and same thing with copy. You may not always be able to take a trigger to any tab because that particular trigger might be trying to change something that doesn't exist in the other tab. Now, to reduce the clutter, you can click Hide Tabs. Also, if you don't feel like clicking utility or individually for each one, you can click Menu Sync. And what this means is they all change to the same menu at the same time. So I'll just go through this one here. Swap, when you click swap, you just pick another trigger to swap it with. Doesn't matter which one. And it'll just swap it. Move, same way. Each trigger has paste buttons. Paste above the trigger here, or paste below the trigger here. And the same thing for the rest of them. And if it's a tab that's empty, you'll just have clear or paste. Clear just simply clears it. You don't have to go back to the to where you copied from to clear the copy or the move, etc., etc. Delete will permanently delete the trigger. I think that's about it. Thanks.